What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Goo in the North podcast. Today, we are talking about the conference championships. We're, of course, going to talk about a little bit of baseball and basketball since Miller isn't here. And we are going to make the Run the North All-Pro team without Miller because he's not here. And so we've decided that it's the best time to make an All-Pro team.
My chat upsets me
Why is that?
because of what they just made you say.
They didn't make me say anything. I chose to say it. I thought
You have no free will.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was
I
funny.
know you have, but you have
be
no
honest.
free will.
You didn't think that. You thought that was funny.
Not really.
Was funny.
Not really,
I
no.
love how you slip into Tarnath every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Dude, the amount of time I spend,
Being Tarnath.
yeah, both for, actual in-game and, getting in that headspace to try to figure out what my plan is. That's the reason I'm, normally in big moments, I know what I'm wanting to do because I thought about it for 2 weeks. I've been there.
I can just imagine you, standing in your mirror, just in the Tarnath forest.
Oh, God, no. I wouldn't want to look at myself.
Situations.
God, no.
That's true. Fine.
God, no.
Sitting at your desk alone with all the lights off, just mumbling in Tarnath voice.
Yes.
You're right. That makes more sense, personality-wise.
That has happened. Not would happen. That has happened.
Yeah, man. How you doing? I know that this is our second episode of Run the North recorded on your subathon, and it's been exactly a week. We recorded last. You've been going for a week and a day, basically.
I am tired. I'm much happier now, though.
Why?
This morning when I went to bed, I said it correctly for you. How do you feel?
Yeah.
But this morning when I went to bed, I felt like shit. I was very concerned that I was sick. So
that would suck.
As much as I'm tired now, knowing I'm not sick has me chilling.
That's fine. Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything important that's happened in my life recently, but I'm coming up blank on that. Yeah, but no, things have been good. Yeah, so I actually, you know what? I'm doing great because earlier today, the Blue Jays signed a Max Scherzer for 1 year, and I don't love the money because he doesn't stay healthy, but they signed Max Scherzer for 1 year and $15.5 million, which in the grand scheme of baseball and baseball contracts is nothing.
Yeah.
But especially because the Jays ownership group is rich, which is why they're always in the running for all the big players, but never actually get any of them because they're in a different country. But yeah, Max Scherzer still had a sub-4 ERA last year. I still a solid starter. Rotation's good with obviously. Gosman's still elite. Bassett was good last year. Barrios is good. Minnesota Twins legend Jose Barrios. That face for, man. You don't like Jose Barrios? Not a Jose Barrios guy?
Not really.
Man. Womp womp. Anyway, Minnesota Twins legend Jose Barrios.
Get over here!
Part of that rotation. Oakland Athletics legend Chris Bassett, of course.
Enigmatic underscore entity just raided with 2 views.
On your stream right now?
I got raided. We got
raided
by an enigmatic entity. He's going to welcome us soon. I know this to be true.
Funny.
It was so loud.
Because I saw your reaction, and then I looked down at my stream, and your screen was going crazy. I was like, what the hell is happening?
Entity, thanks so much for the raid. Welcome in.
Yeah,
How's your stream? What color balloon you want?
Talk for you. The Sharks are really good.
Hey, have the Rockies done anything ever? I haven't looked.
No, unfortunately not.
Hey, but
not done anything.
Hey, Hoon's on your side on Twitter right now, by the way. He responded to my "Good morning, we're live" tweet with "It's 5:30 p.m." That is not morning.
He gets it.
He's wrong. I just woke up. Ergo morning. Argo Ben Affleck.
Okay, here's the thing, right? And just putting this out there for the world because we haven't talked about this Summer in the North yet. Geek
Wait, my stream died? Oh no.
Yeah, it seems like it. Says you're offline on Twitch. Anyway, speaking of Twitch, every time Geek has gone live during the subathon, he goes live. He like restarts his stream, not restarts the stream, but comes wakes up at like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern usually, right? And every time he does, and he gets back on his stream, he says good morning, which is wrong because it's in the evening, objectively.
But it's not wrong because I just woke up. Ergo morning. Argo Ben Affleck.
Morning is not subjective.
Yes, it is.
Objective.
Time is a construct.
Just because you wake up doesn't mean it's morning.
Yes, it
I
does.
don't take a nap at 2 p.m., wake up and be like, good morning. No. You wake up and you're like, oh, good evening or good afternoon. Oh.
No.
See, I feel like the chat will be on my side with this one too, if there's anybody listening.
I disagree.
But you cannot say good morning at 5 p.m. Anytime past 11:59 a.m.
Disagree.
It's not morning. It's officially changed.
Disagree.
Objectively.
Disagree.
You're telling me. Say that one day all the Run the North boys live together, right?
I'm telling you, I say good night to people at 6:30 in the morning.
I come stumbling along at 5 p.m., right? This would never happen because I'm a normal human being.
Entity gets it. Let's go. Ha!
I'm a normal human being, but I come stumbling out of my bedroom in the Run the North house, which will happen eventually, at 5 p.m. And I look at you and I say good morning. You're seriously gonna say good morning back?
Yes.
You're not gonna look at me and be like, what the hell is wrong with you? You're gonna Miller
time
would,
is subjective.
Shoot me.
Time's not real, Jake. See,
Why
ISO
does everybody
agrees
agree with
because
you?
I'm correct.
This isn't right.
This is correct.
I will not let you change time into being subjective.
Time has always been subjective. It's not real. It's fake.
Subjective propaganda.
But time isn't real. Time doesn't exist. Time is a flat circle.
It's not morning. It's not. There's no AM next to the time currently.
Morning is whenever I wake up. For most people, there's no AM next to the time. Most people are on a 24-hour cycle. Time is like my partner. It doesn't exist. See? Entity gets it. Also, damn, that's really sad.
Yeah, well, sure. Entity made an argument for you, but at what cost? At what cost?
Being correct?
No, having to expose that they're going to be alone forever. Yeah, that's right.
That doesn't mean alone forever. I mean, I don't really know if you're one to talk about being alone forever.
I hope I'm not alone forever.
Mr. Afraid.
That's what
D&D
God wants
character.
for me, then.
Look at how many heads I have. True.
Yeah, I think, I'm not going to lie, I got to incorporate that bit a bit more at D&D. It's just the being deathly afraid of women thing. You got to run into more women. We don't do it too often.
See, you really got to freak. Well, we do. You missed it last night. We had another interaction with the gods, as one does. Because we also completed that storyline. Bellboy is now dead.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Not that I would have been much help during that fight. All I
it wasn't
was
really a fight.
Play a chord.
He tried to run, and Tarnath set him on fire from the inside.
Oh,
and then
that's a fun thing to do.
Caleb cleaved him in twain, and then he turned to ash.
So you and Caleb just bullied him while everybody else watched?
Well, Rakes didn't want to fight, and Zenon just kept telling us to kill him, which was very strange.
It's so funny to me.
Oh,
it's just like he's not doing anything, but he's just like, yeah, get him. You do it. Go.
Me, myself, and I, and the other 26. That's valid. You got to do a one-shot IRL last week. That's sick.
All right.
I want to do a one-shot again.
Since Miller started the show off last week by doing this, I need the Twitch chat to ask me and Geek one question.
Oh, yes. Everyone in chat, ask us a question. Singular question.
It doesn't have to be everybody. A couple people, maybe even just one. We need at least one question that we can answer to start the show. Because that's what we did last time. We don't have the quick ball segment, so I figured we had to
True.
Something. No quick ball today.
Hey, we can talk wrestling. The Royal Rumble's on Saturday.
You can talk wrestling.
You gonna come watch the Royal Rumble with me on Saturday?
At what time?
I actually don't know. What time do I need to be up on Saturday?
In my first exposure to
6 p.m. your time.
The Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble's a good time. I mean, that literally shows off like everybody.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, I do have IRL D&D on Saturday nights, so I cannot be there.
Trash.
Right, like literally right at 6. Like, um, any new hobbies picked up? If not, what's y'all's favorite hobby? I guess it's semi new in the past year, but I'm a big golf guy. That's been
I tried to start
that would
golfing
be
last year. We went all of one time, or like so in 2023.
yeah.
In 2024, I went all of once, and then now that I'm
I've
moving,
been
I don't know how often I'll golf.
I've been entertaining it, no, even with the weather. I golfed in person all summer basically, and then I got started going to simulators when the weather got cold, and now I play VR golf. Now that the weather's cold,
All
so
right,
I've been
man.
I've been locked in. I've been locked in. Um,
I new hobbies.
he doesn't do new things. He's he's had the same schedule for the same stream,
Kinda.
just for the entire time I've known him. He's not really changed much about his content. Well, I guess that's not true.
No, my content
You've
changes,
changed
but
like
it's like
your content,
I
but
just like I don't know. I make
the
videos.
scheduling of
I
it, yeah.
stream.
Yeah, I guess your favorite hobby is like content creation as a whole, even though you do it as a job.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
mean,
probably
yeah.
like what you do the most in your life.
Trying to think of other
So,
things. I mean, like tonight, I gotta go play darts, but I like kind of hate that at this point.
how do you hate darts? Because of the smoke in
Well,
your hair?
that doesn't help. But I, like I've said for the last few, probably the last 2 months on Run the North, I suddenly suck at darts. It's like incredible.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
had the
Yeah.
Justin Tucker fall off, and I am no longer having fun.
Speaking of him, did you? Oh, you don't know.
I don't know
Oh no.
what happened.
Google him.
No, what did he
Google
do?
him. Twitter right now. Oh, it's bad, man.
Twitter or Google?
I realize you just Twitter. Do Twitter. It'll be funnier and probably more informative at this point. It's bad. I was gonna mention it, but then I realized you just woke up and you probably didn't know.
Wait, what? Oh no.
Oh,
Wait,
I
what?
don't like I
What
don't
is
like that I have
happening?
to be here to watch you witness your goat like this.
I just want to see. I mean, I can kind of assume the allegations based on all the Browns jokes, but like,
Oh, you haven't seen the actual
I
allegations yet?
can't. Nobody's talking about them. I just see his thing, like saying all of the allegations are false.
Yeah,
But what?
I feel I can say it.
I mean, sure.
Okay,
Oh, I
he has
found the
like
ESPN article. That'll
yeah,
probably do.
essentially yeah he
Oh, literally Deshaun Watson.
yeah he's basically Deshaun Watson.
He's just Groper Cleveland 2.0.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Well,
Yeah. So
I didn't know that before I made the Justin Tucker joke. I would like to retract my statement. I fell off like Nope. I fell off like Kirk Cousins. He hasn't done
There
anything
it is.
wrong yet.
There it is. Yeah. So yeah, bad stuff out of Baltimore today.
Yeah.
But
You picked
yeah,
up crochet like a month or so ago. That's interesting. I have never crocheted.
I'm not gonna lie. Entity also asked a question, but it was who would your ideal 4th round draft pick be? I do not know enough
Dude,
prospects.
if
in this
he's gonna,
draft
I
to
know
figure out who's going in the 4th.
he keeps climbing boards, so it won't happen. But like 2 months ago, that's where we thought Kobe Bryant was gonna go. So I'm gonna go Kobe Bryant. I'm just gonna pretend he just falls that far still.
Who's Kobe Bryant?
The corner out of Kansas State, Kansas,
Oh,
one of those
I
two.
didn't know there was another Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
Another
C O
secondary
B
Kobe Bryant,
E
which
E.
is crazy. Oh wow.
Different spell.
Um,
Ooh, actually,
best
I guess I
4th round
do
pick?
have a new hobby.
Oh, do you?
Kinda,
Blowing
because
up
of what I did
balloons?
on stream that other day. No, but I guess blowing up balloons, I do that more than.
You've been doing that a lot. You've been doing that a lot.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, Entity never told me what color for his balloon. I'm gonna give him green because that's what color his name is. But um, I'm painting shoes apparently.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that. Is that the pair that Jedi said he didn't want, and then now you're getting a pair that's giving him a pair that's terrible?
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes. The other colors: orange, red, pink, purple, yellow. Because we are out of blue.
Yes, Miller
I'm
used the
getting close
last
to needing to
blue
order
balloon.
more balloons.
I mean, you got
Which is just
61
such a
more hours of this thing.
ridiculous thing to
You're probably
say.
gonna have to.
Maybe
Yeah.
orange actually deal. Gotcha.
Anyway, while Geek blows up the balloon, I'll talk a little bit about the NBA. Or I'll just watch because this is what. Did it pop?
Oh, it just
Tell me it popped.
went away.
Oh.
Gone.
Anyway,
It
I hope
entered
you're
a
watching
different universe. It is
I hope
gone.
you're watching on YouTube today. I hope you're not listening on Spotify. Anyway, yeah. So the NBA, the Houston Rockets are really, really good, and it's weird. They are coming off of they beat the Celtics twice this year on the road and at home. They have beat the Thunder. They are a really good team. I really wish somebody we knew was a Rockets fan so I could talk to them about this. But they're the 2 seed in the West right now and threatening the Thunder. Um, they're just really solid, and they're big time in the market for De'Aaron Fox. Who De'Aaron Fox is almost all but gone from Sacramento. They seem like they are entertaining trade talks, but I think they really are going to do it. The Miller Spurs are in the mix for him. The Rockets are in the mix for him. I would say a lot of teams should be because I think Fox is awesome. But yeah, the Raptors are still bad. The Timberwolves still miss Cat. Who last night I was watching a little bit of the game at a restaurant, and the Knicks played the Nuggets last night, and Cat had Jokic on 2 fouls in a minute and a half, and had him scrambling on defense. So that I'm sure that the Timberwolves missed that guy. I would say they want him back.
Yeah, but Rudy Gobert
That's
had
the
like
theory,
a double-double in back-to-back games, so like.
I think he said a double-double in every game of his career, probably.
No, the amount of times he scores
new,
0 is insane.
I guess
Or
that's true.
4.
Yeah.
Bro can't score. He's ass.
Well,
I hate him.
Also won yesterday. Crazy.
We beat the Suns.
Yeah,
Rudy Gobert had 5 points and 4 points and 5 rebounds in 34 minutes.
Yeah, double single. Look at that.
He had a triple single. He also had 1 assist.
Triple single,
yeah,
baby.
so him, Mike
Way
Conley
to go,
having 6 points and 6 assists in 30 minutes. Nikhil Alexander Walker might be the GOAT, though. It also upsets me that Rob Dillingham is not getting more playing time. He comes on the court, is fucking sick, and then they go, all right, back to Mike Conley so we can do fucking nothing.
What's also crazy about that is that they, made an intentional move to go get Dillingham. You know?
Yeah, they're doing this thing, well, he's a rookie. You don't play rookies that much. Yes, the fuck you do.
Yeah.
Him and Ant are supposed to be the future.
Every other team with, a solid rookie is starting them.
Yeah.
Except for, the Spurs, but they have Chris Paul. And Stephon Castle's still awesome. Because they play him a lot of minutes because Chris Paul is old. Yeah, but that's the NBA. NHL, San Jose Sharks, back. They have a game tonight. I am 1-0 in Sharks games that I have watched live. 1-0 to beat the Penguins on Tuesday, I think.
Wow.
So 1-0 in games that I've watched live for the Sharks. I finally got ESPN Plus, and so now I can watch every hockey game ever.
Does the NHL Plus actually work, or is it like NBA League Pass where it doesn't work ever?
Well, NHL Plus isn't a thing. It's ESPN Plus.
Oh, I was not
NHL's
paying much
subscription
attention.
thing comes at the base level of ESPN Plus.
Gotcha.
So it's been running fine for me. I don't think I'll get League Pass because I don't.
Because League Pass, you can't watch whatever team you're looking for ever. League Pass sucks.
Which is weird. Hopefully, I would be able to because Toronto's 3 hours from me.
I think that's why you wouldn't, because local market things are what doesn't work. People living in Minnesota cannot use League Pass to watch Timberwolves games.
But when Timberwolves games just be on their local stations or YouTube TV,
yeah,
or
but
whatever,
not everybody pays for local TV.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. NBA League Pass, you suck.
True.
Fake fix it. I've never used you, and now I probably never will.
I wouldn't.
Anyway, talk about the NFL a little bit.
Oh yes.
Should probably start, I guess, with a couple of the recent head coaching hires. I think the two ones that we haven't covered yet are. Actually, we have three. I don't think we've covered Pete Carroll, Brian Schottenheimer, or Liam Cohen.
I feel like we covered all three. Yet. Cohen got signed to the Jaguars while we were live last week. So we did talk about him. We mentioned Pete Carroll as the favorite.
Yeah. Anyway, quick thoughts. Schottenheimer, weird.
Not lateral. Weird. Completely stupid. Not lateral. That is a negative. He was the offensive coordinator there that McCarthy took play calling duties away from. That happened here. I don't.
Yeah. Anyway, Schottenheimer, literally, Jerry Jones did two things during the coaching cycle. Gave Deion Sanders one call, who said no because he wants to stay in college for one more year, and then said, "Hey, Brian, you already work here. Why don't you be the head coach?" And
don't forget he called Leslie Frazier.
He did call Leslie Frazier.
Because he had to bring in somebody from the outside.
Do you think there was any moment where they hired Schottenheimer from inside and Mike Zimmer? Oh, is he gone? He's gone, isn't he?
Zimmer's gone.
I was gonna say, if I was Mike Zimmer and they hired Schottenheimer in person and I was still there, I would have been like, "What the? Like, I'm right here." Like,
yeah, you've literally seen me lead multiple teams to the playoffs, man. Like, yeah, I could take this job.
And then Pete Carroll. I don't hate it. He's a good bridge head coach.
I don't hate it. I don't love it.
Offensive guru that will hopefully come in a couple of years, but
that's why I don't love it. Is you already know you're planning for a new coach.
Yeah, I mean there's no way he thinks he's the long-term option either.
I mean, he might. Pete Carroll's weird. He thinks he's a child.
Yeah,
and not in like a weird way. He's just like got more energy than any person I've ever met. He's just so happy with being alive.
Which is fair. I mean, he gets to
he does not appear to be 72.
No. Yeah, he does not act like the oldest head coach in the league. He's still going to get in ref spaces and Pete Carroll. But yeah, I don't know. He's not. Yeah, that's a very good head coach division, the AFC West.
Yeah.
Now with obviously Reed and Harbaugh and Carroll and Sean Payton, who I know you don't love, but yeah.
I forgot. Harbaugh and Pete have that.
They've been rivals for a long time.
Right. I forgot about that. I'm pumped.
I forget which one of them it was, but when they coached against each other in college once, one of them was a huge underdog and beat the other one.
Yeah.
I don't remember who.
Let's find out.
Who. I know because Carroll coached at USC during that time. I don't remember which team Harbaugh was coaching then, but one of them completely underdog destroyed the other one. But those two have had a long-standing.
What is the beef?
Rivalry. I'm not sure there's beef. They've just always played against each other. Always. They were in the NFC West together for however many years.
So Harbaugh got. This is just a timeline. None of it matters. Interesting. So Pete Carroll became the USC head coach in 2000. In 2006, Harbaugh attempted to recruit Nate Carroll, Pete's son, to the University of San Diego. So apparently Jim started it by trying to steal Pete's son.
All right.
Then Jim moved to Stanford.
Oh yeah, Stanford beat USC.
Yeah.
In a huge game that they were underdogs in, and
yeah, because it was number 2 USC. The USC was favored by 40.
Yeah, it was like 45.5.
Yeah.
Crazy spread.
Yeah, and then that's so weird. God, the way things line up. Because Richard Sherman, I believe, is the one who officially beat Pete Carroll. and then would go on to get drafted by Pete Carroll.
Look at that.
Weirdly, it was Richard Sherman picking up a fourth and 20. He picked it up as a wide receiver.
Wow.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter, who, bro?
Then the next year, USC
Travis
crushed
Hunter,
Stanford 45-23. Payback.
Revenge. Yep. But yeah, Carroll's a fine hire, I suppose. But we'll talk about the conference championship games now.
Yeah.
What's that face?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about the one that matters the least first.
Commanders 23, Eagles 55. I mean, yeah.
Jalen Hurts was healthy.
Know.
I told y'all this was how it was going to go.
Hurts was good, very efficient. Yeah, it's interesting because I don't know, something clicked with Jalen. I don't know if the offensive line was better than it was these past couple weeks or whatever. Something clicked with him other than being healthy, because even when he was healthy this year, he was still a little skittish.
This is just how he's played all year. He just no longer. A couple years ago, the Jalen Hurts we saw was like always taking the deep shot and like making big plays. That's not. We've got pocket passer, game manager Jalen Hurts now, and best you're gonna get is a 6-yard slant to AJ Brown.
Yeah, hey, super efficient. I mean, the Eagles can run the ball better than anybody, right? And that was gonna be their MO all game.
What game entity?
The Commanders can't stop the run. Obviously, if the Lions had done this strategy last week, as opposed to letting Jared Goff cook, they might have kept the game a bit closer. But
they tried the strategy. There's a major difference between the two games. One is Saquon. No. Ron Payne didn't play.
That's true. Yeah.
So going from Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne to just Jonathan Allen, big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. Commanders' offense was still good.
Yep.
They turned the ball over a couple times, but that wasn't. I forget who turned the ball over. I don't think it was Jaden.
Jaden had a pick, but I don't know if that might have been an end of the game. Like
the Jaden pick, they were down by 23, and he threw a fade ball to McLaurin, who lost to Quinion Mitchell.
Happens.
So, Quinion Mitchell outjumped him. So he had to throw it, and that was whatever.
One of those.
But yeah, Commanders' offense was still good. I think they should look to add another receiver alongside Terry McLaurin. I think that they're going to be a good free agent destination. I think they made a good hire at head coach. Obviously got their quarterback. Defense is going to be interesting. They definitely need some pieces. But, yeah, they need an edge rusher. That's a big part of it. They badly need an edge rusher. They should be looking into a trade for, like, Mad Max or something.
The Eagles.
They really want to get serious.
Need a kicker.
That's true. Jake Elliott has not been good. And then coming into the biggest game of their lives. I mean, next Sunday.
As much as I hate the other guy, there's a team I'm way more confident in if they have the chance to win the game with a field goal.
Yeah,
he never misses, man.
It's been inconsistent
and
for Jake Elliott.
Missy Elliott over here missed a field goal and an extra point in this game.
Yeah, he's been rough all season.
Yeah,
it's definitely not. Great.
All kickers kind of were. This year was like the worst kicking year I've ever seen.
Yeah, a bad kicking year this year. And of course, didn't help that some of the best teams in the league couldn't kick either, including the Eagles. But yeah, Saquon just dominated him, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it comes down to. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I know the Commanders had like a long, sustained, good first drive, but the second Saquon took it to the house on his first carry, you knew it was over.
This is the day, huh?
They were not going to stop him, and they didn't. And even like Will Shipley, who just apparently is super slow, he broke a huge one.
Yeah.
And finish it off. Whether he was trying to finish it off, no, it would have been his first NFL touchdown. So
what's that game about?
But he started. Looks like he started jogging. Towards
that was
the
just
end.
full speed.
Or if he was just trying to protect the football, I don't know. But Yeah, the Commanders couldn't stop the run for anything without Deron Payne, and so that was that. Um, yeah, Eagles good. I think they have a very good shot at beating Philly. Sorry, beating KC this year. Um, so yeah, their defense is legit. Their pass rush has been really good these past couple weeks. Zach Bond is. I don't know what clicked in Zach Bond, but he is never. To make him play at the level he played at this year. But this is a whole new animal we're seeing for him. I
Yeah.
mean, he's never been at anywhere close to this level in his career, and he's been a legitimate superstar. So yeah, I don't really see any reason why the Eagles can't beat the Chiefs. We'll talk about the preview for the Super Bowl next week, obviously, a little bit more.
I see one reason.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, but that's not the point. I guess two reasons. Travis Kelce's decided to start trying now that the playoffs are in.
Yeah,
So,
welcome to being 35, I guess.
Yeah. He was just like, you know what, we're winning games. I'll just run around and goof off in the regular season, and then I'll lock in for the playoffs. So
Speaking of Trav, though, that drop he had in this Bills game was certainly something. The little screen pass wide open, hit him in both hands.
Yeah.
You go,
yeah.
Tough.
So yeah, I guess that's a good transition point. Chiefs 32, Bills 29. Man, they come so close every time, and they just find different ways to do it. This time, it wasn't like, Josh Allen, he played so well, and they lost, and they still lost. It was Josh
Allen played like shit.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. They can't do it, dude. I don't know what it is. They just can't get over the hump. And
But
you can say, I mean, dude, I don't know. Well, it's because McDummy is their coach, bro.
Yeah. But also, don't worry. The Chiefs fans are still crying about it being rigged, even though by rule it's
Chiefs
rigged.
Fans are crying about it being rigged?
Sorry, Bills fans are crying about it being rigged.
I was gonna say,
sorry,
that would be a weird conversation.
Bills fans are crying about it being rigged. Well, because Josh totally got that first down on that QB sneak, even though
it was impossible to tell.
Impossible to tell. And maybe the strategy as an offensive coordinator. Here we go. Let me break this down for you. Maybe if you have ran a QB sneak 7 times and not gained a yard a single time, maybe don't run it an 8th time in the most important part of the game. Maybe.
You want to know what a good idea is? Generally a good idea is to not send your QB hurling at the best defensive lineman and interior defensive lineman in football. Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Especially since history has proven us Josh Allen sucks at the QB sneak. He cannot do it.
He can, but yeah, I feel like even if they had done like a QB keeper like to the outside,
right?
I'm not sure any of those corners could take him down.
No.
On their own.
He just cannot just drive himself up the middle. He's not Jalen Hurts. He's not Tom Brady. Yeah. He does not do this.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts is so good at it because he's got one of the strongest legs out of any quarterback in the NFL. He also had the Eagles' offensive line pushing for him, and the Bills' offensive line is.
And then
not
Tom Brady's just weird.
Line.
He always converted. I don't know why.
Tom Brady just knew how to fall correctly, I guess.
Pretty much.
I don't know.
Josh Allen's just honestly, I think Josh Allen's just too big to do the QB sneak. Because remember, Cam never did a real sneak. He just would go over. Josh can't do that either.
Hands on, because he's big.
Yeah.
He's easy to get hands on.
Yeah.
You can't hide him.
But
they can hide Hurts behind that offensive line.
What drives me nuts, James Cook, let's talk about this. You needed a yard.
He was so
James
good,
Cook has 13 carries for 85 yards. He's averaging 6.5 yards a carry. Maybe
he was so good
on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, hand him the ball one time.
Yeah, he was lights out. Yeah.
But instead, we're going to say it was rigged because you didn't get that call, even though the camera angle. I hate the, Spawn Hour was talking about it, and I hate his argument because he's like, what, do you just not have any object permanence? You know where the ball was, but then it disappears. It's like, right, but you also see his arm kind of moves. Where is the ball? Can you prove to me beyond a shadow of a doubt where the ball is? No, in no angle can you. Therefore, you can't give it to him. You have to just stop it with the last spot you saw the ball, which was short. That is just how that works. Maybe convert at some point. Maybe don't throw multiple. It's one of those things that I hate because we always talk about, that's how the Chiefs got lucky. They got that one call. Or,
No.
The Chiefs got lucky with the Xavier Worthy play that probably shouldn't have been a catch. I agree. It probably shouldn't be, but, like, it was.
Wasn't there a flag on the defense on that play, too?
I don't remember.
Didn't they still?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think there was.
Buffalo that play. They still would have gained yards. Like, it wouldn't have mattered.
It was still a first down either way. Like,
yeah.
And the, but, like, maybe we should, like, look at how the Bills got lucky. Because, like, Josh Allen should have turned the ball over just himself 8 times in this game.
That's true.
Like, he had 4 fumbles. The 2 should have been interceptions that hit Brian Cook in the chest in his first 2 throws. Like, Josh Allen sucked. Like, I know you're going to look at the stat sheet at the end of the game and, like, he wasn't that bad. But, like, watching the game, he was awful. Other than that one, he had, 2 beautiful throws. The one to Mac Hollins for the touchdown was fucking insane. And then he had another one. I can't remember who to, but it was another deep shot like that. Might have been Khalil Shakir. But he had 2, like, pure dimes, and then the rest of the game, he was just bad.
Yeah, but also, like, and I agree with what you're saying about Josh, but also, like, Bill's defense, dude. Like,
sucks.
They lost Benford early. That didn't help. But then, like, again, like, Kareem Hunt almost averaged 4 yards a carry in this game. Like, 30-year-old Kareem Hunt, like, diced him. And then, dude, Samaje Perine just wide open.
Yeah.
On that last play.
That's the other thing.
On the line, you let a probably also 30-year-old, if not older, Samaje Perine leak out and be completely wide open. Nobody can get there in time. I don't understand it, dude.
So
that's probably on McDermott, but
it is because it's his defense. But so there's multiple things here because you want to scream it's rigged. The Bills still had 3 opportunities to try to win that game. Yeah. And they fucked it up because Josh Allen made the wrong read on a blitz, so he shifted protection, getting himself killed, and still made, as much as it's not a good throw, it was still an incredible throw to even get that ball to Kincaid, who, I'm sorry, we have to hold people to a standard. We cannot just hold quarterbacks to this standard of, like, well, you got to make the play. Dalton Kincaid is a goddamn first-round pick. I know that wasn't the easiest catch ever. You did get both arms on it. You have to catch that football. You have to. I hated on Mark Andrews for the drop last week. Now we got to give Dalton Kincaid not the same energy because there was some energy going towards Mark Andrews that shouldn't have existed. We can criticize players without being awful.
Certainly.
But Kincaid has to catch that.
Catchable ball.
He has to catch that. Yeah. That is why you got drafted.
It wasn't an easy catch by any means, but, I mean, it wasn't contested. Hit you in the hands. There's no shot you drop that one. So, yeah. That's a big part of it. We were talking about, I think Theo Ash was the one who tweeted something about how they should fire McDermott and give Spags $1 billion
yes.
during the game. They should fire McDermott. I don't know if another defensive coordinator is the way to go.
If they
they should fire McDermott, I think.
If you could convince Joe Brady that this is like, you're going to pay him like a head coach, but like he's not going to have to deal with that, and you're going to give him the credit and just keep him running the offense. I don't actually love Brady, but like, mostly it's get Spags away from the Chiefs is the goal here.
Here's what I think will probably end up happening is next year they fire McDermott mid-season. Brady takes over as the interim, and then they either hire him or they switch it up.
It's all fun and games until Josh McCown is their head coach.
Didn't he leave? Isn't he gone?
No, he's staying as currently our quarterback's coach. We'll see.
The OC soon enough.
I was going to say Wes Phillips keeps getting interviews. So there's a world where Wes Phillips goes to like prove he's a good offensive coordinator somewhere.
Wes Phillips.
He's going to fail.
Wes Phillips Wes Phillips coaching Baker Mayfield in Tampa Bay
Oh
next
no,
year.
don't do that to
Let's see what happens to Baker.
Don't
when
do
he's
that
got
to
Wes
Baker. I don't even like
coaching.
hate Wes Phillips as a coach. I don't think. I don't exactly love him as a person.
Oh, is he just a bad dude?
So like, not like he's the worst, but not the worst. You know, he got arrested for a DUI, which to me is like
yeah.
awful. I'm sorry, you're actively making horrible decisions
I mean,
at that point.
that's a scumbag thing to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
So
I'll get behind that.
yeah,
So yeah,
like
get Wes
he's not
Phillips out of Minnesota.
Justin Tucker, but he's.
Yeah.
I hate. What is it with these kickers this year? Giving kickers a bad
I don't
name.
know, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, one of them plays for one of our teams, which sucks.
It's
But
tough.
yeah,
Luckily, Will the Thrill to
Xavier
go.
Worthy. I think Xavier Worthy good. I think that he's really
He's a
finding
good
his
gadget dude.
rhythm in the NFL. Yeah.
Um,
I think T Higgins should be handed a blank check from Kansas City come come this upcoming season.
you think who
I would
should?
say that T Higgins
Oh yeah.
should be handed
I
a
don't know.
blank check from KC.
Honestly, I think like I know he didn't play that well in this game, but D Hop was injured going into this game, so because they were
Yeah, but
shocked
D
he
Hop's not
played.
going to be around forever,
No, but I mean,
right? You
I
got to
think you
get
could truly
use in
once you
there.
get Rashee Rice back, Rashee, Hollywood Brown, Worthy,
Yeah,
Juju,
Rasheed
D
is.
Hop, like that is an incredible receiver room. Obviously, you don't have a Justin Jefferson or a CD Lamb or a whatever, but like
I don't.
with the way
I don't
Mahomes
know,
wants to
dude.
play, Mahomes doesn't even seem to want like a true main target.
Rasheed Rice looks like he
Could be that guy.
yeah. Rasheed
Yeah.
Rice looks like he had some legitimate
Like
juice
I
before he
think
got
you could
hurt
just
this year.
keep
Before Mahomes hurt him for plot armor, but
right. Especially considering like the way the offense is built. Keep D Hop, keep Xavier Worthy, get Rashee Rice healthy. I think that receiving room's still fucking awesome. Because you're not asking D Hop to be a number one. So that's a win.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Hollywood
But
will be gone, but that's okay.
as
Juju
far
can
as
stick around forever.
where Buffalo goes from here, I think McDermott
They're just
should
going to keep
be
running it
in
back.
question. They probably, yeah. I mean, they kind of just keep doing this. You know, I think McDermott should be in question. Obviously, they've got Josh Allen, they've got James Cook, Keon Coleman. I don't know what they're going to do with Amari Cooper, um, but time will tell on the Bills. But clearly, something has to be done because they just can't get over the hump, and maybe never will. Who knows? Josh Allen could just be the equivalent to whatever AFC quarterback could never get over the hump during the Brady era that I'm
Phillip
blanking on.
Rivers.
Maybe Philip Rivers. Yeah, there it is. Maybe Josh Allen is just modern day Philip Rivers.
I forgot about this. So Josh Allen has now, is that 4 times in the playoffs or 3?
Ugh.
That he's lost to Mahomes.
23, 24, 25. I think it's 4.
Is it? Okay, hold on.
2021 and then the last 3 years. No, they lost to the Bengals, and maybe 2022. They lost to the Bengals. I don't remember.
All right, I just want to find the Bills playoffs because I know he lost to somebody else at one point.
The Bengals.
Okay,
that was a snow game in Buffalo that the Bengals just.
This year he lost to the Chiefs. Last year he lost to the Chiefs. 2021 he lost to the Chiefs, and 2020 they lost to the Chiefs. That is now 4 times. Josh Allen is the only quarterback in NFL history to lose to another quarterback 4 times in the playoffs. Already beating out Phillip Rivers losing to Brady and Manning and Brady and Favre and Aikman and all of these other really gross things. But Elway and Montana only in Super Bowls. I don't think they actually played in 3 against each other. I know they played in 1.
No.
or Elway did lose 3 Super Bowls though.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I forget who they beat in the one that he did win. Interesting. I don't really remember that one.
Well, they won 2 because remember they beat the Falcons.
Yeah,
because it should have been the Vikings.
And they beat the Falcons, and then who else did they beat?
No, it's okay. They beat Brett Favre. It's okay.
Don't come to me. They don't come to me. Oh, when Brett Favre was a Viking?
That
doesn't make sense. That doesn't sound right. I don't know what you're talking about.
Brett Favre was a Packer.
I don't think the Packers have ever lost a Super Bowl before.
Oh, oh,
I don't think that's the case. I think they're
oh,
undefeated.
oh.
Anyway,
That's
yeah. Yeah. Anything else from championship games before we make the run of our all pro team?
We need the Bills to new team. They need a new coach.
Oh.
They need a new offense. Because somehow them trying to stitch together a receiver room didn't work. Keon Coleman is weird. Sometimes he's all right. Sometimes he's ass. Actually, most of the time he's ass so far.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper never looked good. Turns out he might have actually been washed in Cleveland, and it wasn't
that trade might be officially a flop.
Yeah, their best receivers are Mac Hollins and Curtis Samuel. That's tough. That's not hating on Mac Hollins, but like it's kind of hating on Mac Hollins, let's be honest.
Yeah, the only reason he was good in this game was because receivers who wear 13 for the Bills against the Chiefs in the playoffs become the greatest receiver of all time.
That's true.
Not buying it. Not buying it.
Who wears 13 in the NFL? Like, what good receiver wears 13 right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Mike Evans.
Oh, true. Mike Evans, you are a Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, him or, I guess they're not going to bring back Gabe Davis, but...
They could bring in Odell.
Keenan Allen used to wear 13. Does he still wear 13? Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Not that he's good anymore, but he...
They could bring back Odell, because playoff Odell is different.
Bring back Odell?
Or not bring back Odell, just bring in Odell. My brain is... I kept saying Odell, so it became back to Odell, because I just kept saying
your brain must be whacked. It is the morning, after all.
It's the morning, and I've also not been able to leave this chair for 6 years, so...
You might never leave the chair.
Might never.
How many dollars all of us have combined? We could just
if we get to like July and this subathon's not
cap?
But if we get to July and the subathon's not over, I will be pausing the timer. We'll just like write it down and like move and then restart once I get where I'm going.
You're officially moving, right? Like that's a done deal. Like you're going somewhere.
Yep. So
Seattle.
That is currently the plan, yes.
Wow, the Geek slays in person for the Vikings Seahawks NFC Championship in 2028.
Dude, that would be so sick. I'd be so here for it.
I wonder if...
Dude, the Vikings, I think have a road game in Seattle next year. Hold on.
They just play the Seahawks this year?
Yeah.
They play the NFC West? They probably won't play them again, right? Don't they play like...
They play entire divisions.
Oh yeah, I guess
every 4 years.
But play a lot.
I think that's
weird.
They've played a lot. It's very weird. But like, I know it's not this full schedule, but we got the team by team opponents. I want to make sure I'm right. NFC North. The Vikings play at Seattle. Yeah.
Oh, Geek slays in person to a Vikings game. Wow.
Dude, the last one I went to didn't go so well. The Pastronaut failed me.
Which Dobbs game did you go to?
Broncos, the first one he lost.
Oh.
Where he had a chance for like the game-winning drive, and I was super confident. I was like, KOC in a timer isn't correct. The timer is correct. Sorry. So in that game, Dobbs got the chance for the final drive, and I'm like, KOC in a game-winning drive. We're about to cook. And then Dobbs took back-to-back sacks and then almost threw an interception. It's like, okay.
Yep.
All right. Never mind.
Yeah. Geek in person Viking Seahawks.
Stargazer, the timer should be correct after yesterday. Did you do something today that I didn't notice?
It's totally possible. Talking to his chat, I do have to say, I have tragic news. My media credential for the Super Bowl did not get approved, so I will not be covering the Super Bowl on Radio Row this year.
Oh.
I thought that was ever a chance.
It did.
I did apply for a Super Bowl media credential, and so that That would have been fun.
You are definitely ahead, Stargazer. Thank you.
If I
Thank you
had
so
gotten
much
a
for the
mobile,
donut.
I would have been at the
Appreciate
Senior
you.
Bowl covering it for the media. That would have been cool, but I didn't want to go to mobile. I just thought it was fun to have the credential just in case.
You should have gone.
I don't think I hindsight I probably should have.
Jake, look at the stream for a second.
I'm looking at the stream.
Yeah, just watch. Just watch.
Okay.
You'll see in a second what happened here. I didn't have a notification on my phone, but things happened last night. That's why my face was all confused. Somebody popped into my chat and was like, your timer isn't correct. And I'm like, I don't think I missed anything. And then I looked at Fourth Wall, and I totally did. I don't know how far behind mobile is, but did you not see the timer jump?
Oh, I wasn't looking at I thought it was going to be something that wasn't related to the timer.
No, it was timer. It was just the timer.
I understand that the timers. Yeah, I see that the tire.
Yeah.
What did somebody buy? My lord.
Nothing. Just a donation. Add 6 hours.
What is wrong
Mobile's always way behind. What do you mean what's wrong with me?
6 hours for any donation?
No.
That can't be. Oh,
it's not. You can go look. You can go look at the thing and do the math on what happened there. Yeah, mobile's always way behind. Mobile Twitch sucks. So Jake, start with the quarterbacks for the All-Pro team. I'll let you talk first, and then I'll jump in.
Okay.
It was at 62
All-Pro quarterback. Are we doing
or 61 a second ago.
One?
Let's do both. Why not?
Okay. Then my first team All-Pro is Lamar Jackson, and my second team All-Pro quarterback is Josh Allen. Lamar, I think, I don't know. The Ravens offense was pretty consistently more dynamic than the Bills offense this year. Obviously, Mark Andrews kind of
Stargazer. We'll see you around in a minute.
With his play in the divisional game, and so that obviously that narrative's kind of dead now. But their offense for the majority of the year, especially during All-Pro voting,
never below 60,
and MVP voting time, was more dynamic, better. And Lamar was just a better quarterback this year. He was making plays that nobody on this planet could even dream of making, pretty much, besides maybe Mahomes. And Mahomes didn't this year.
I was going to say, even Jackson prime really Mahomes, I don't think could do some of the things Lamar was doing.
He was running. That one touchdown, I think it was against the Texans to Isaiah Likely, where he just ran around forever, juked literally every Texans defensive lineman twice, and then zipped a little sidearm dime. Like I think he was overall the best quarterback in football. So he's my guy.
I'm gonna agree there. First team All-Pro, and my take on Lamar is he is going to be the guy. Like when people talk about Barry Sanders, and people are like, "Well, Emmitt Smith's the greatest of all time," but then you go watch some film on Barry Sanders, and you just go, "There is no possible way anyone was better than him," and you're right.
Yeah.
That is how it's going to be for Mahomes and Lamar. People are going to be like, well, Mahomes is the greatest of all time. And then you're going to watch Lamar and you're going to be like, there's no actual way. He does things that no other human can do. Mm-hmm. And I mean that. I do think Mahomes is better and that is true. But Lamar can just do things that shouldn't be physically possible. It's ridiculous. He is so good. Mm-hmm. 3-time MVP.
Yeah, so I think we're both in agreement on that. Lamar Jackson, first team. Josh Allen, second team.
Josh Allen, second team.
Running backs,
numbers-wise, probably deserves a look.
Maybe.
But,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
And I mean,
successful though.
I don't know, but it's awards and success matters, and the Bengals sucked. So.
Yep. That's true.
Josh gets number
running
2.
Backs. My first team All-Pro is Saquon, and my second team All-Pro is Derrick Henry, probably. Yeah, Henry.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley, obviously historic season broke 2,000 yards in the typical 16 games. Didn't even play a 17th game. Probably would have had shot the record had he played 17, but he chose not to for his own health, which is good. And it's been clear in the playoffs that was a good decision. He's been healthy and fresh, and that's been good. But Saquon, yeah, historic running back season. I don't think anybody. Henry actually didn't finish that far behind him as far as like yardage and stuff. So Derrick Henry's season hasn't been talked about as much because he's been somehow outshined despite having, I think, 2,000 yards himself almost, or even might have had 2,000 yards.
He had 1,900.
Yeah, so a season like that, obviously getting outshined solely because Saquon's an alien.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saquon Barkley first team, Derrick Henry second team, I think are the two.
Yeah, Derrick Henry had 1,921 yards and 16 touchdowns. He led the NFL in rushing touchdowns.
Right.
And then, so he did go 2,000 all-purpose because he had 200 receiving yards for Derrick Henry. So,
yeah. Any disagreements on the first team and second team?
No, not at all. I think, do they give a second team?
All-pro team. Running back? Yeah, it was Derrick Henry.
No, do they give two? So I clicked on all pros and Jahmyr Gibbs is listed for some reason. Also,
no,
like it's Saquon, Derrick Henry, and Jahmyr Gibbs. But I don't know.
No,
why.
all I'm seeing on the NFL website is
I'm on Pro Football Reference. So.
But yeah, and then wide receivers. There are 3 first-team All-Pro spots and 3 second-team All-Pro spots. I think.
Yes.
Is the deal? Yep. So my 3 first-teamers, I think, are Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and
back it up. Fullbacks first. You skip fullback. Fullbacks are back.
First team Patrick Ricard, second team Kyle Juszczyk. Are my 2.
I'm going to be different just for fun. Because it's the first time you can kind of argue against Juszczyk ever. Because he just didn't get the usage this year. And I'm going to play the self-righteous, I actually watched the film guy and go CJ Ham. Because he was the only good pass blocker in Minnesota.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
But yeah, still Ricard first team. He was the best this year.
Juszczyk or him, can't go wrong either way on those 2 for second team. So then wide receivers. My 3 for the first team I think are Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and I'm gonna come out with kind of a weird one. My 3rd, Brian Thomas Jr.
Okay.
All pro in his first year, in my opinion. The NFL had it as those 2, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. No, sir. Give me Brian Thomas Jr. Do you know what place Brian Thomas Jr. was in yards for the NFL this year? Do you know? Off the top of your head?
Did he go? Was it 4th?
3rd.
Only behind Jettas and Jamar.
Jamar Chase, I think. Yeah, I think those 2.
I know Jamar led.
Jamar Chase, I think, is like the wide receiver 1 on the All-Pro team because he won the Triple Crown. So I think that's
him
clear.
And Jefferson were both unanimous first teams, so they didn't give it
those
a
2
listing.
Are first, yeah, I think they do. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown, I don't think is the correct choice in the NFL. So
I am not
my 3rd slot.
Hot take: he's not making first or second team for me.
Neither for me.
I don't hate BTJ as a top guy.
You do have to mention guys like Nico Collins and who else was hurt? Oh, Puka.
And
Puka.
I think
both of those guys were going on a tear before they got hurt.
CeeDee Lamb also got hurt and lost his QB.
Yep.
Which is tough. Hold on. I'm not.
Yeah. So who's your 3rd slot then?
I'm trying to decide who I want that to be.
On the first team.
Why are you only showing me?
I almost put Terry McLaurin in that 3rd spot. Almost. Crazy year for him, too.
Yeah. Dude, stop just trying. Dude, ESPN, get a new website, please. I use it for 2 seconds, and I just want to blow my brains out. It's so bad. I think BTJ is the correct answer. We'll go unanimous there. I think I'll try to be different for the second team. Gonna try to be different. I don't know how different I can be. I think I know. All right, my third team is gonna be. Oh, can I do that? Numbers wise, I don't think I can. I'm gonna anyways. My second team for wide receivers is gonna be Jerry Jeudy, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Drake London. You're muted.
No, I was muted. I'll put him in my third. McLaurin Lamb and who did you just say?
Jerry Jeudy or JSN?
JSN.
Okay. Jerry Jeudy.
No, sorry, Drake London. London.
Okay, yeah.
McLaurin Lamb in London. London was so good this year, dude. He was so good. Yeah. Give me London.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't add Scary Terry because it was he was weird this year, but he deserves it for sure. But JSN was nuts.
Yeah.
And then I mean Jerry Jeudy was 6th in receiving yards this year with a horrifying quarterback situation and a great just a great comeback for him as a guy who most people had written off. He proved he's a real wide receiver. So maybe not a wide receiver. He's not a wide receiver one in the way I like to define them because there's wide receiver. See, we talked about this last week. I think we talked about it with Miller the other day, where there are probably 48 guys who are a wide receiver one in the traditional context, but in the game is dominated by freaks now. Your Jamars, your Justin Jeffersons, your BTJs, your CD Lambs. A guy like, Amon-Ra, while he is a wide receiver one, is not the same level of wide receiver one as those other guys. So, what are we moving on to? Tight end.
Yeah. My first team is George Kittle.
Interesting.
Yeah. The NFL had Brock Bowers. I'm going with George Kittle.
I'm going to be different also.
Bowers will to spoil my second team, Brock Bowers is still an all-pro on my mind, but I'm giving Kittle the first team.
I'm giving Trey McBride the first team nod.
Woo! That's spicy.
I mean, he outperformed Kittle.
He cracked 1,000, didn't he?
He cracked 1,000. He had more yards and more catches. Not as many touchdowns as Kittle. That's because Kyler forgot tight ends existed in the red zone, I guess. Kyler forgot how to play football most of the year.
Even when they tried to scheme it up for him at the end of the year, it still wouldn't work most of the time.
Yeah.
They called those little shovel passes to him and he would get stuffed. And he had that one doink off his helmet and get picked by a Ahkello Witherspoon.
That was so bad.
It just...
the last memory of him this season is that. But McBride's sick. Yeah. And then, I agree. Brock Bowers deserves to be on there somewhere.
I think he's the second team for me as well. And then we have left tackle. We'll go down the offensive line. My first team All-Pro is Penei Sewell, who is a left tackle, right? Yes.
No, he's their right tackle.
He's a right tackle. Right. Then Tristan Wirfs, probably.
I was going to say Tristan Wirfs is my one.
Tristan Wirfs, I think, is definitely one.
I would put Jordan Mailata, but he missed a bunch of time.
My second is probably Jordan Mailata still, though.
That's fair. I'm trying to think, who actually played better. Early in the season, Darisaw should be here, but he got hurt in, week 7. Who else is out there? Why is my brain braining? Jesus. Left tackle.
Obviously, you got, Trent Williams.
Who did the NFL say was the guys? Tristan Wirfs.
Tristan Wirfs was number 1, and Jordan Mailata was number 2.
Really? Mailata got it anyways.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean, that's probably correct.
Yeah, I have those two guys.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that, I think, as well.
I definitely will be different than the NFL for left guard because my top one is maybe a little spicy.
Okay.
A little bit of a resurgence for number 56 in Indianapolis this year. Quentin Nelson was sick this year. NFL had
Okay.
him as a second team, but he's my first teamer, and then Joe Tooney is my second teamer. I flipped those two. The
Joe
NFL had
Tooney,
it.
I feel like deserves the one.
I think he deserves, especially with how well he played at tackle when he went out
But
there.
I was gonna
I
say
think.
that's the thing though. He switched positions middle of the
I
year, so
know.
like
Yeah, that
I
I'm
think I'm gonna
not.
agree with you and
I'm keeping
go
him as a guard.
Big Q and then Tooney second team
Yeah,
because of the switch. I'm cool with that.
yeah. My center one
I think
is Frank Ragnow for
really
Detroit,
you're going Ragnow over Humphrey.
and my second is Creed Humphrey. Yep,
I'm flipping that. I'm going Humphrey and
that's what the
then
NFL did too. Humphrey, um, and then we have right guard. I don't think there's any other answer for first team but Quinn Miners.
yep.
I think he was solid. And then second team, uh, probably Chris Lindstrom, right? He was pretty good.
Yeah. Uh
He's pretty good this year.
yeah, because yeah, I'm gonna say that. Like Mekhi Becton had a good year as
That's
like a
true. He
bounce
had a really
back,
good
but
year.
I
Yeah.
think Lindstrom was a little better.
And then right tackle, I'm taking Lane Johnson as my first teamer.
Over Panay Sewell.
And I think Lane Johnson was so good this year, dude. He was shut down.
I don't know.
And Panay Sewell, my
The
second.
playoffs have ruined my view of Lane Johnson.
That's true.
I watched him
Yeah,
get
but these
bitched
were
by a
before.
rookie.
I'm trying to. But yeah,
No,
Lane Johnson won and Panay Sewell two. Very, very close decision though.
I'm gonna
Could have flipped a coin.
agree. I think I want to give honorable mention though Joe Alt, and then because it's one of the few spots I can argue for a Viking, Brian O'Neill was incredible all year also.
Fair.
So,
Fair.
but right tackle's tough because Lane Johnson is just so good, and Panay Sewell is next level.
Yeah. And then onto the defense. Edge rushers. I'm gonna go Myles Garrett and Trey Hendrickson for my first team.
I hate to agree, but I think I'm gonna.
I'm gonna go Nick Benito and
The NFL
I don't
did
know, Nick
3 on
Benito.
second team.
It
Or
did.
the AP
I'm gonna go
did.
Nick Benito, TJ Watt. If I have to pick third, Daniil Hunter.
Interesting. I've been arguing that this for the entire year, and I'm going to keep doing it. I'm gonna go Benito. I'm gonna go Daniil Hunter. And then my struggle is I don't know whether I want to give it to Andrew Van Ginkel or Jonathan Grenard. I'm going to say Grenard. I think he was more impactful, like down to down.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
Whereas Van Ginkel, like the numbers look more impactful, but like pressure rate, Jonathan Grenard was one of the best. He was getting home all the time. You might not be getting the sack, but putting pressure on is what you need to do. Yeah. And that's my argument against TJ Watt recently is dude doesn't get pressures. He either gets a sack or he doesn't do anything. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm going to go Grenard, Benito, Daniil Hunter.
Yeah.
Whatever order. They're all the fucking same.
Interior D lineman, I'm going to go first team Chris Jones and Zach Allen. And then
damn. Okay.
My second team is going to be Cam Hayward and Jalen Carter.
See, I'm going to do Jalen Carter and Cam Hayward as first team, and then Zach Allen and Chris Jones second.
First team. Yeah. I thought about both of those.
Super valid.
First team linebackers. Zach Bond, Fred Warner, and Roquan Smith were the three NFL ones. I'm going to go Zach Bond, Fred Warner, and Frankie Louvu for my first team.
I promise this isn't just bias, but I'm going Zach Bond, Fred Warner, Blake Cashman as first team.
Fair.
It's not that one's not biased at all. Blake Cashman was insane, dude. I know he missed 2 games, but apparently we don't care about that here, so I'm not going to.
Second team, I'm going Zaire Franklin was awesome. Zaire Franklin. I'm going to be biased on this one. Edgerrin Cooper.
Okay.
And Probably Bobby Wagner. Bobby
I,
Wagner was.
if I was being biased, I'd add Ivan Pace, and you know it.
Yeah, I know.
So
I think Bobby Wagner, Zaire, and Edge Cooper. I think are my 3 second teamers.
I'm going Luvu.
Zaire Franklin deserves some love.
I think I'm going Luvu, Bobby Wagner, and Zaire Franklin.
Fair.
I don't think Roquan deserved either All-Pro nod.
Corners were absolutely stacked for the All Pros this year. I'm gonna go Surtain and McDuffie for first team, and then I'm gonna go Stingley and Gonzalez for the second team.
I think I'm going to go Surtain and Stingley for first team. I don't know why I enunciated that so hard.
Did. Fair.
And then second team, Trent McDuffie, obviously.
Gotta put McDuffie there. And then are you doing Christian Gonzalez, or are you taking somebody else?
I love Gonzo. I'm trying to think if I remember anybody else who was like, dude, I almost want to go Quinion Mitchell.
Quinion, Kamari Lassiter could be up there. If you
right?
Really
yeah.
like him.
Yep.
So,
like, there's a lot of guys who could go here.
It's
actually
not really.
No, it's my chance to be biased.
Go for it.
Byron Murphy Jr., the Rookie of the Year. Not a rookie, but I still love that joke. So.
Yeah. And then slot corner. I'm gonna go.
What? The AP thought Derwin James was a slot corner.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm gonna go Marlon Humphrey first team.
Marlon Humphrey, yes.
Who else are the other good slot corners?
Who actually is a slot corner?
Just give me a list of names, because I'm not putting Derwin there.
No, it's not going to be. Oh, Teron Johnson. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I even need to think of another one. Kenny Moore could go there.
Yeah, Kenny Moore could go there, but I'm gonna go Teron Johnson second team. And
Kyler Gordon was also sick this year. Bears shout out just for Miller.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Bears shout
Mike
out.
Hilton, always good. Quentin Lake. But yeah, I'm gonna go Teron Johnson. He was awesome.
My safeties are Kyle Hamilton and Xavier McKinney first team, and Buda Baker second team, and I don't want to put that headhunting bum up there. Although the AP put him first team.
Yeah, the AP's stupid though.
What other safeties? I'm blanking on them too.
Yeah,
I put Derwin there since he technically had a good enough season, but they put him a slot corner.
I mean, you totally could.
I'm gonna put Derwin there. Derwin and Buda second team, Xavier McKinney and Kyle Hamilton first team.
So Kyle Hamilton and Xavier McKinney first team feels correct. Yeah. Sorry, I clicked on a thing and it was
Buda and Derwin for me are my second team.
I'm gonna agree on Buda. Buda. Then I want to be different. I don't want us to agree all the time. I'm gonna make Titans fans happy, I guess. I'm gonna go Amani Hooker.
He was good.
Yeah,
Amani Hooker was good. That's a good take. Special teams, place kicker.
Also, shout out Kobe Bryant because they moved him to safety and he was sick.
Next year. Place kicker. I've got Boswell for my first team, and Brandon Aubrey for my second team. I think.
I can't give Brandon Aubrey the nod, man. I just can't.
Those are my two, I believe.
So for me, the reason I can't give Brandon Aubrey it is because he was 85% on field goals this year. So I'm going Boswell first team, and then Cameron Dicker is second team.
Dicker the kicker, man.
Dicker the kicker, 93% on the year, and for a year where kickers were so ass.
Yeah, he was good.
We'll take that.
Punter, my first team punter is Logan Cook from Jacksonville, and my second team is Jack Fox, Detroit.
I will stick with Jack Fox as second team. I feel like I had a plan for this, but I want to double check a thing. Hello? Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Jack Fox second team, and I'm gonna go Ryan Stonehouse first team.
Oh yeah, he was good too. Yeah.
Close on yards per punt, but with 30 more punts. So he was doing it just more and more consistently. So, which I know that shouldn't matter, but I kind of think it does. If you only punt 40 times, it's real easy to, mess with it.
Kick returner. First team I'm going to go Cavante Turpin. Second team I'm going with Raheem Blackshear, the Panthers, who averaged 25.5 yards per return this year.
You said kick and punt returner?
Just kicker.
Oh, just
they're separate.
Kick returner.
Kickoff and punt returners are separate. Yeah, I put Turpin and Raheem Blackshear. The punt returner I think is unanimous, or should be.
Ooh, my brain is unsure. Oh, okay. It's not unsure then. But yeah, I'm gonna go Cavante Turpin first team, and then, dude, I want to so bad because statistically he could belong there. I'm not gonna, but I want to.
Kenny Nwangwu because he had one return for a touchdown.
Yeah. But I'm actually gonna go the double agent, Amir Smith-Marset.
Oh, nice.
Second team.
Solid. Yeah, punt returner first team I think is pretty clearly our boy Marvin Mims, and second team is Khalif Raymond for me. I think he was pretty good.
We could give that nod to Cavante Turpin also. Weird.
Good. Cavante Turpin could be second. That could be good.
But
Khalif Raymond know who the NFL had as kick returner for the second team? Have you read that?
No.
Austin Eckler.
What?
Austin Eckler is the second team kick returner.
What? All right.
Yep.
I'm going home.
Which is why I did not even mention it, because it's not even worth mentioning, but I figured you should know.
Ridiculous.
Special teamer, I do not have any arguments to the NFL's ones, because I don't really...
I do. Chris Boyd and Trent Sherfield.
I'm going Brendan Schooler and Trent Sherfield.
Sick.
Go with those two.
Let's go. He picked a Viking. Let's go.
And then long snapper, I think Andrew DePaula is my top top guy. And then I don't remember his name, but the dude from Jacksonville. I think he might have been the NFL
Ross guy. Matisic?
Yeah, the dude from Matzik, I think it is. The NFL I think got those right. I'm gonna go with DePaula and Matzik.
Who's your all-pro coach? First and second team coach.
First team coach is Andy Reid. Second team coach is KOC.
W. I can't disagree there at all.
First team assistant coach is Ben Johnson. Second team assistant coach is Spags.
I was thinking Spags and Flores.
Flores is up there for sure.
Like, Ben Johnson deserves to be up there. I'm not being a hater. It's just more of a his offense is full of like incredible pieces, whereas like the Vikings defense was not supposed to be good, and it was one of the three best in football because of Flores.
Assistant coach of the year in my NFL awards prediction video on TikTok. I'm
valid.
I gave it to Flores.
Flores was so good
now,
dude.
and I just can't get behind that anymore.
True.
No longer can be a fan of his. But yeah, I think that's all we got for the All Pro.
It's
so I think the last thing on our
Ben Johnson interview where he had to leg left and right was so funny.
We over here on your left last week too. Just the and the timeout thing when they were like, if you were in a hypothetical situation where you're playing the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving, and he just
I would have hired him after that also. Like
these are our RTN Award nominees.
Oh, yes.
We're going to announce those before the show wraps today. So our categories are Block of the Year, Fullback of the Year, Most Improved Player, Least Improved Player, Least Valuable Player, Best Kicker, Special Teams Player of the Year, and Biggest Fall Off. So our nominees for Block of the Year, DK Metcalf one-hander on AJ Terrell. That's number one. Ben Sinnott versus the Cowboys is another one. Steven, are we
He
counting
corrected it. We're gonna
block
go with the
kicks?
correction later, where he corrected it and said Carl. Wait, no. Oh no, he didn't correct it. Yeah, no.
So
We'll add
are
it.
we
Fuck
counting
it. We'll
blocked
add
field
it.
goals? Okay, Carl Brooks has blocked field goal against the Bears. Block of the year. Also,
The
Braxton
Braxton
Jones on Evan
Jones.
Williams. Yep. Frankie Louvu on golf in the playoff game. Cobblestone. Somebody said cobblestone. We're
I
gonna throw
love
that
that.
in there.
Sure.
Chiefs versus Broncos, which I'm assuming means the Chiefs
The Leo
blocked field goal
Chenal one, I
against the
think.
Broncos.
Yeah.
And then we have Kari.
I will
Bosnian
try
on
to
Quay
make
Walker.
a Google form for this and post it on Twitter so we can like actually get votes counted. I will try.
And then that should be it. That was all of our block of the year ones.
Yep.
Our fullback of the year, Kyle Juszczyk, Pat Ricard,
CJ Ham.
CJ Ham, and I think that's all the ones that we got. I think all of them are one of those three. Yep, all of those are one of those three that I can see.
Yeah.
So fullback of the year is CJ Ham, Patrick Ricard, Kyle Juszczyk.
It's almost like those have been the top three for like a decade.
Years. Most improved player, we have Sam Darnold, Scott Matlock, Bryce Young. Bryce Young. We have Sam Darnold again. So Sam Darnold, Scott Matlock, and Bryce Young.
And Chase Brown. And Scott Matlock.
Brown. Yep, Chase Brown. And then Zach Bond is another one that we have. So
who voted that?
From
How am I missing
Jay
him?
Rice in the quote tweets.
I'm not in the quote tweets. I'm just in the replies. Big move.
Least improved player, Caleb Evans, Justin Fields, Dontavion Wicks, L'Jarius Sneed.
Ooh.
We have Jordan Love, Keyshawn Nixon. And then to the
all
quotes,
seem valid.
We have Kyle Pitts, and
Tracks.
That's it. So those are our nominees for least improved. Least valuable, we have Aaron Rodgers, Mercedes Lewis, Deshaun Watson. Least valuable player, Nicole put redacted. Do you know who she means?
Groper Cleveland.
Is it Deshaun Watson? Okay. Deshaun Watson. Jordan Love. Ezekiel Elliott.
Insane.
Deshaun Watson again.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is our last one there. Special teams player of the year, Marvin Mims. We have Reggie Gilliam. We have Daniel Whelan, punter from the Packers. We have Chad Ryland. We have Corey Taylor. We have, I don't know, from Hammy. Thanks, Hammy. You're real helpful. Marvin Mims again. And then Josh Blackwell.
Okay.
Those are our special teams player of the year. Best kicker, we have Chris Boswell.
Nobody from
Justin
Steven.
Tucker. Actually, no, he didn't put Justin Tucker. He put nobody. Nobody from Steven.
Basically, I think Boswell might have just swept. No, because Jay Rice put Cairo.
Oh, best kicker was Brandon Aubrey from Steven. Cairo, Boswell.
I think it was just
Boswell,
those three.
Cairo, and
I might
Aubrey.
just when I make the list, I might just throw Cameron Dicker on there for fun.
Sure.
I'm putting that out there now.
We have Justin Tucker, Eddie Jackson, Debo Samuel, Love, Marshawn Lattimore.
The Lattimore one confuses me. I don't know what that's about.
Sauce Gardner.
Sauce is
we
big.
Have, by his standards, and we have Kirk Cousins.
Valid.
As our but point being, those are our nominees. Geek or I will make a Google form and tweet it out. Maybe me, because Geek's busy with a lot of stuff.
I will try. I just have to.
A Google form.
I've never actually made a Google form, so
I don't think I ever have either.
I'm gonna have to learn. But like, I'm down to learn new things.
Geek will make a Google form. We will tweet it out. We will announce the winners next week, which obviously is the week of the NFL awards and the Super Bowl. So next week will be a Super Bowl preview, plus our announcements for the winners of those awards, plus the winner of Geek's GOAT trophy that he bought last year.
Oh, yeah.
Picks champion.
I have no clue who our picks champion is.
Who has won? The suspense has been crazy in the Run the North.
True.
Run the North space. Nobody knows who's won. But yeah, I think that's all we have for today. So, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, give us a rate and review on Spotify. Go follow us on Twitter so you don't miss those award nominations, so you can actually vote and be a part of the first ever Run the North Awards. And I believe that's all we have. So Geek will do his thing, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.